see what happens here, Patriots. The network just collapsed wherever I'm at, so we'll try again tomorrow. Alright, I don't know if we got network here or not. Something just took a nosedive on me back there in the middle of everything. It looks like it's finally bouncing back here. It's not looking good here. Get that one up on screen. So we were in the middle of Chris Quaglin's phone call, and it just dived off on me and ended the transmission. It just went, it nosedived. But I was just getting to something really good about Chris Quaglin, man. He wrote that letter. He's going to send it to the judge. His lawyer said he doesn't want it to be sent to the judge. But Chris is like, I will read this to the judge if that's the last thing I got to do. I'll read this to the judge at sentencing. And he mentioned over to Jeff Sable. Jeff Sable was due to come up for the next phone call. And he's like, Jeff, get over here, man. I'm digging myself in deep 1 year at a time, okay? Is what he said. And this is the point. If you can add years onto your sentence by just talking, do we have a First Amendment? Do we have a Constitution? Do we have any rights at all in this country, man? And basically, he's looking at 10 years right now, and if he reads this to the judge and the judge gives him 20, he's like, so what? What do we got if that's the case? We have nothing if that's the case. So he's willing to risk it all and get this thing read to the judge there. Then we got nothing, man. If we don't win in this next year, as a matter of fact, now we're not talking about the next 10 years here. Everything's coming down to the wire on this year, and with this election coming up. And if we don't win it in this next year, it's done. We're done. You might as well be in jail, because you're going to be a slave out here in the rest of the world, and they're going to have total control over you anyways, man. We got Marxists trying to take over this country from within. We're in a war. There we got another link, man. FBI arrests conservative actor for taking part in the January 6th protests. How about that? They're still arresting J6ers, Patriots. This is not okay, man. It's not okay. And the last thing that Chris Quaglin left us with was, Patriots, it's about the truth. It's about the truth. If we're going to get longer prison sentences for speaking truth, if we're going to get persecuted and arrested for speaking truth, what else do you have? You got nothing. So we might as well just speak the truth, all right? We might as well stand and let the world know that we know what the truth is. We're speaking the truth, and we are getting shut down. Shut down. All right, and then Jeff Sable got on, man. We had an awesome national anthem last night. And they had some little chit-chats after that with Tammy and Mickey, and they were talking about Elon Musk is finally saying that this has gone too far. Speaking of the J6 persecutions that are going on, Elon Musk put out a tweet that said this has gone too far. And then Nicole mentioned that they are going to be at the IRS whistleblowers to testify today. And I saw them down there in the second row, with the Christopher Wray testimony today. They were sitting in the face of tyrants, while Christopher Ray wiggled his way around every single question that had any type of relevance at all. The questioning was scatterbrained. They're not getting to the bottom of anything. The FBI is withholding tons of information from us right now, and we the people cannot make an intelligent vote without that information. And the FBI will not relinquish Seth Rich's the Wiener laptop, the Hunter Biden laptop. They got all this information of people who broke the law. They are in possession of their laptops, and we are not allowed to see what's on there. Yet we pay the FBI to investigate stuff for us. So if we're paying them to investigate this stuff for us, and then they're not telling us what they got, why are we paying them? Why are we paying them, man? We got to shut down the FBI. We got to shut them down. They are a rogue element in this country right now. All right, so in news today, apparently there is a massive WikiLeaks dump today. That there's all kinds of stuff that we've been waiting on forever, and it has finally been dumped by WikiLeaks. We're going to wait and see when the dust settles from this last dump, and see what comes out of it. Usually it's groundbreaking information. WikiLeaks have proven themselves to be a very reliable source of information. When they get whistleblower information, they put it out on the WikiLeaks website, and they have been relentlessly persecuted for it. So you know they're not lying. They are releasing secret information that the people who have that information don't want us to know about, man. In other great news, Texas has put forth the law that you can, they're going to try to outlaw chemtrails in Texas. So for 20 years, we've been talking about chemtrails up in the sky, and people are telling us that we are insane. Well, now the government of Texas is finally saying, we don't want the chemtrails over the state of Texas. And they're making a law about it, verifying their existence, proving that we were right for 20 years while everybody called us nuts and conspiracy theorists. And that's that, man. Another great thing today, Oreo Express was transmitting the weaponization hearings that Mickey and Nicole were attending today. And it was great seeing Oreo back in the game there, man. Way to go, Oreo. We got news that Owen Schroyer is going to be released early, which is more good news on J6. It seems like something's backing down on the prosecutions there a little bit. We went over the news about the Gateway Pundit has been blocked in the House of Representatives websites, servers, and also at the Pentagon. They're shutting down free speech in the Pentagon. They're shutting down free speech in the House of Representatives. Our representatives cannot even go to the Gateway Pundit site and read an article on the computers that they have in their office. This is ridiculous. This is a First Amendment issue, and it's being attacked. It is fully under attack. We are in a war. It's an unconventional war. We have prisoners in this war that are being held in jails. I don't know what you want to call them. We can mince words, but the fact of the matter is there's people in jail right now because they spoke. They said words. They have no First Amendment right to say what they said. Words are weapons now. When did that ever start? When did that happen? That's right, man. Shut down the FBI. I mean, we got state police. We got military police. We got all kinds of layers of police, man. We're not going to be naked without the FBI. The FBI is rogue. I heard about this, but I didn't see it yet, silly. Loud fart erupts. John Kerry's speech. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Sherry Thomas, we're back at it again here. I had so many notes, I can't just stop if the stream shuts down. So I got to continue on with what I got here. And then I can wake up with a fresh start tomorrow and gather information and news and then present it tomorrow. But for right now, man, I got to get through this stuff right here because it's all good news. It's such good news. Okay, and then we got another dealio here going on with Sarah Huckabee. She is banding together with the governors of 17 states to block China from owning real estate in their states, man. I don't know how we got to the point where China could come in and buy farms in America. I don't know how we got to that point. Since when do you allow an enemy nation to come in and buy your land up? It doesn't make sense. But they're allowed to do that, and they've been doing that. And finally, Sarah Huckabee standing up with 17 different governors and requesting the federal government to address this topic and shut it down. All right, here we got Jack Smith seeks to introduce evidence against Trump that isn't charged in the indictment. I think that's what we were talking about with the where he's trying to enter Donald Trump's state of mind into the evidence, and that's the way I understood it from the phone call last night. I think Jared Owens was talking about that. So there you go. It's just out of control. It's out of control, Patriots. Yeah, Pamela K. The land that China wants to buy is around military bases and nuclear plants, is from what I heard. Yeah, Sarah Huckabee is really stepping up to the plate, man. She is doing an awesome job, man. Yeah, Church of Latter-day Saints buying land. I mean, they're an American group of people. They should be able to own land in America. But since when did we allow... Remember the Uranium One deal that Hillary Clinton signed with the Russians? Where she's selling the American uranium, or the rights to American uranium, to Russia. And then that just all got swept under the rug, you know? Now we got China buying land around military bases and stuff. This has got to end. Our government does not represent we the people anymore, nor do they protect our Constitution from enemies, foreign and domestic. We have domestic enemies of our Constitution here. Okay, then we got George Santos was just expelled from the House of Representatives by all of the Democrats, and 105 Republicans voted to get rid of him. While in the meantime, we got Senator Bob Menendez in New Jersey, who has been found to have been taking money from the government of Egypt in the form of gold bars and Mercedes-Benzes. And nobody's talking about getting rid of Menendez? I mean, this is crazy. And furthermore, these gold bars have been linked to a robbery that has occurred. So our government is not representing us. We're on our own, people. We're going to have to figure this one out. We're going to have to become an unstoppable force with millions of people in order to stop this. The CIA recently has admitted that something called remote viewing is a reality that they have been studying for a long time. Now, if you told anybody that, hey, other places in the world and in other times, they can see through time with just using the human mind, the CIA has just admitted that that's all real, and they've been studying it, and they have a program about it, man. So, I mean, all these conspiracy theories are coming true, man. We're going to have to come up with some new ones because all the old ones are true now, you know? And these sleepy American people that have been ridiculing us the whole time for gathering all this information, investing all this time in finding things out, have been ridiculing us all these years, and it's all coming true. It's all coming true. Another piece of good news is Doug Mackey, the meme guy who got sentenced to 7 months in prison for posting a meme that was jokingly telling Hillary Clinton voters that they could just text their vote to Hillary. He has won his first round in appeals. So more power to Doug Mackey. Hopefully sensibility will prevail in this guy's case. Goes up in Arlington during a police warrant raid, okay? While the police are serving warrants on this house in Arlington, it blows up, literally just blows up. Everybody's wondering what's going on. Turns out the house is owned by a guy named James Yu, that's Y-O-O. And he is a guy, there's a video on a channel called Scotty Martin on Rumble, and he put a video out today that goes over some very, very bizarre stuff about this James Yu and what happened at this guy's house. The dust hasn't settled on this case yet, so we gotta wait and see. But if you want to go to that Scotty Martin, Scotty, and then MAR10, Martin, on Rumble, and check out the video that he posted today, and it has a lot of information about this James Yu guy and some social media posts that were made shortly before this whole house blew up. All right, there's one story out there that says that 30 flares were fired inside the house to make it blow up, but the flares don't blow houses up, so we don't know what happened yet here. But something very fishy just happened here. And like I say, the deep state is scrambling. They are in panic mode. They will do anything to win this next election, and they are about to get trounced. So they're going to pull every trick in the book, and they're going to even probably make up a couple new ones, man. It is, Bonnie. It just gets wackier and crazier every day, man. Let's see, Dick Durbin, who just shut down Marcus Blackburn's subpoena request for Jeffrey Epstein's flight log list, is out there saying now that we should enlist the illegals into the military. They're having trouble getting military recruitment is down. And we all know why. We can all say why. There's a number of reasons why they are not able to recruit new members into the military. Dick Durbin says, let's just recruit the illegals that are here, and then we can make them citizens, and then they can vote, which was the plan. Thousands more a day are coming over the border right now. Really, the feds, fire department says the gas was turned off into that house. All right, something blew that house up, man. If you see the video of that house blowing up, I mean, it literally, like a bomb, just blew the house apart, man. And from what I hear, this James Yu guy is alive still. So let's keep a watch on that, you know. Don't look at Israel. Don't look at Hamas. Don't look at Ukraine. All the distractions that are going on right now. Let's watch what's really important. And the really important topic is that next election. The J6ers in the prison right now, rotting away, and their families getting tormented. And this house in Arlington right now has just moved itself front and center on what is going on. So Dick Durbin, enemy of the country, senator, in power, shutting down any information that we the people need to make a intelligent vote, man. And then we got the Veterans Administration that's been assigned helping out the illegals with all their health care needs, okay? If you're an illegal, I guess the government, if you have a problem and you're in need of seeing a doctor, I guess they're covering that. And they put the VA in charge of running all the paperwork for that, which puts our veterans at a huge disadvantage, okay? I had an interesting thing today. There was a message on my phone this morning from a Veterans Administration receptionist telling me, Ed, they called me Ed. Hi, Ed, this is the Veterans Administration. Your appointment has been canceled today, and we want to reschedule it for December 8th. So, and then that was the message. So I called the Veterans Administration up to try to make them aware that this guy was supposedly notified of a canceled appointment and that he has not received the message that they thought they gave him. I had to sit through 5 minutes worth of recordings, hit this button, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 4 for this, until I finally got a lady on the phone, a human being on the phone, who then told me there's nothing we can do about it since we don't know who Ed is and this phone number isn't in our records. So whatever happened at the Veterans Administration there, it's just another example. Proof to me this morning that what's going on in the VA is bullshit. And has been for a long time, man. Discovery of human remains belonging to James Wu. All right, I didn't hear that he had actually died. So there's some very bizarre posts that he made right before the house blew up here. And in those posts, James Yu was saying, you will all know what happened on December 7th, all right, which is not tomorrow, but the next day. And these vague posts that he was making that were all leading up to something, he says it will be all clear by December 7th. So something's happening here, folks. Buckle up, head on a swivel, something's going on. All right, and then for the end of the transmission here, it's getting close to the time for Freedom Corner. And little interesting tidbit of information. If you take red ants and throw them in a jar, and black ants and throw them in a jar and cover it up and sit the jar on a table, the ants get along fine. They get along fine. They don't, you know, they're all in a jar together. They're not attacking each other. But if you pick that jar up and you shake it and set it down, the black ants will start attacking the red ants, and the red ants will start attacking the black ants. And that is exactly what's going on in our country right now, patriots. What we got to figure out is who is shaking the jar, all right? They are pitting white people against black people against Mexican people, old people against young people, smart people against dumb people. They are just dividing us up, and causing us to be enemies of each other when we have to come together as a nation and unite and address what everybody sees is happening in this country right now. They're still arresting J6ers 3 years later. This is insane, man. There's all kinds of evidence coming out about, and it's on TV. You literally got to plug your ears and cover your eyes to not see it at this point. So we got to come together, America, and take our country back because it has been compromised. All of our representatives are compromised by things like Epstein Island, man. They've been photographed doing things they shouldn't do. Now you're on a blackmail list. Now they got you in their pocket. They can give you a lot of money. They can kill somebody you know and scare the shit out of you so you don't do what you know is right as a representative of this country, man. We got to unite, America. We got to come together. We got to get over ourselves. We got to look to God for guidance on this. And as a nation, we got to repent of the immorality that has taken over in this country. It has no place in this country, has no place in our families, and we must unite or die, America. This is Jericho, over and out.